Ignition volume 0%.
Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers Generations Legacy Skids. Here he is, in his boxcar glory. What a surprise, what a surprise. I was not expecting this to be what he became. Now, they talked about him becoming a hatchback, but this isn't a hatchback. This is the precursor to the Scion Xb. This is like a tiny Scion Xb. It's just a bit shorter. I think that's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's a Scion Xb, and I get kind of a Scion Xb in the Transformers Generations line. The only other Scion Xb I have is from Alternator Skids, and definitely he has 4 doors. So this is like a compact Scion Xb, and then it's got a little bitty air intake on its front nose. It's got a tiny engine area. It's got a tiny hood. Pretty nice windows though. All right, let's take his accessories off because I just got some accessories on him. But I'm gonna keep on the top one because I like him having the the bicycle rack. That's what I pretend it is. It's that double-barreled gun. If you put it on the top, it kind of feels like you would have something up there for luggage and stuff. It works. Yeah, let's talk about this guy's molding. So he actually has a few features. Feature number 1, like all the vehicles that have wheels, he rolls. Well, not like all the vehicles that have wheels. Some that have wheels fail at rolling. But feature number 2 is, if you reach your finger over here, you can feel the window to one of the doors, and then you reach down, and you can pop it open. And then you can drop it if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. You come over here to the other side, and you pop that one open. And now you've got a vehicle with real working doors. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that to happen, and even though inside it's totally robot kibble mess in there, it's still really cool that you get this opportunity to open the doors. You can even you put it like it's got its door half open. Like it's some sort of trap car just sitting at an abandoned rest stop on the interstate. It's just sitting there covered in mud, and it's waiting on somebody to come over and wonder why the door's halfway open, and they're going to come in and investigate, but once they touch it, they get stuck. That was a good story. I love that one. If you haven't read Stephen King, you should read some of Stephen King's works. I forget the name of that one, but that one's top-notch. What more to say about this guy? Let's go ahead and close the doors. The doors just kind of click back into place with a soft click. You don't really hear a satisfying snap. You more or less just get a nice soft feel. Molding wise, you got a nice grill in the front with headlights that are molded to stick out just a little bit, so that's really cool. Very well molded headlights. Come down to the bumper. He's got that area where you're supposed to put a front license plate, and I always think it's a missed opportunity when we get these license plate areas and they don't paint the name of the character on the license plate. Like that's something that the alternators did, and I really love the fact that the alternators did it. Let's see, do I still have skids? I do still have skids over here. Okay, so let's see if we can showcase that. Where was it? Where was your bumper at? Was your bumper there? No. Your bumper's over here. Okay. And yeah, that's it. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but in there, directly under his window, and you get the little area where you can open a car, but there's a license plate there, and in that license plate it says Skids. I always loved that. I was just like, that was such a cool piece of detail that I wouldn't notice it because I can't see anymore, but many people would, and I think that'd be cool. Have a license plate in the places where license plates should be. Like there's even a place on this back for license plate. But let's get back to the feeling of this. So you got a kind of long nose, hood to it. It's definitely a little longer than the Scion Xb was, but still, it's shorter than your average coupe or other car. And you come up to these the rear view mirrors, which I've always mentioned. The rear view mirrors can give you a general understanding of the scale of this vehicle. They do try to stick to rear view mirrors, and this one definitely has smaller rear view mirrors, but these you take and compare them to the handle and the side, and yeah, it's just that this car has compact rear view mirrors, and each of the wheels has got a really nice feel to it, except the back wheel is one of those. Is it one of those peg wheels? Yeah, it's one of those peg wheels. Oh, I hate those. Where you get that feeling thing in there. No, wait, maybe it's not. Ah, no, 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 no. My bad. It's actually a good wheel. It's not one of those that has the peg in it. The front one is that has the peg, like that little split. I don't like that little split. It messes with me. Let's continue. On the back, you got these nice little windows, and it's got a nice little uh, spoiler on the back that pushes makes the back of the roof of the car a little bit longer, but not by much. And then there's the back window. Did they? Nope, they didn't give us a windshield wiper for this one. They just gave us um, some of that sun streak stuff to protect the back of your car from sun damage. And yeah, that's him. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? Oh, there's some. They did mold in some exhaust pipes on the right hand side. Or is that the left? It depends. Driver's side of the vehicle. So let's talk about sizing now. After we've talked about the molding, and by the way, the plastic on this guy, is top notch. We talked about that before. I love it. And width-wise, he is actually not the wide. He's 7 studs wide, so he's not sticking to the average of 8. And lengthwise, let's see, we go over here, and there's that. And lengthwise, he is 11, 12, 13 studs long. And height-wise, because he's a little box car, he is, there we go, and that is 6 studs tall. So let's bring out our good old friend Cliff Jumper here. Cliff Jumper and him pair nicely together. Cliff Jumper is just slightly smaller than Skids here. We're going to make sure that they line up bumper to bumper. And Skids' bumper is, I would guesstimate, at like 1 Lego stud longer than Cliff Jumper is long. So not very much different there, other than height wise. Skids here is definitely a taller vehicle than Cliff Jumper. Cliff Jumper is a tiny little coupe, but Cliff Jumper does, if you line up their front windows together, Cliff Jumper does have a longer hood. Skids has a longer hood, and a longer air intake on his hood. So Cliff Jumper's winning in long hood categories, and has that little Napoleon energy to it. Let's do a comparison of back to back. Let's not point the Tommy gun there. All right, there we go, and that's them together. I think that Skids here is one excellent figure. He has proven in robot mode to be quite good, if not as articulated as most people would like. He still has 360-degree spinning fists, which is something that not many robots have. In the transformation is kind of simple, but the transformation is intuitive, and it is a bit fun. It's not difficult to make this guy from robot to vehicle, and it's a fun transformation. And I appreciate that even, the transformation is actually kind of similar, though, kinda being the big word there, similar to the transformation for alternator skids. There's a lot different, but also there's similar elements there. And I wonder if alternator skids may have had some addition to that. Other than that, no, this is just one top-notch figure. I like his accessories. It comes with 3 really nice accessories, and some of them you can actually use in vehicle mode pretty well. Like, you can take this little bike rack off. Get the bike rack off the vehicle mode. Oh, that is one sturdy peg right there. You got to be careful about that one. But you can take the axe here. Let me just put it there, and you give him a mohawk. Now his vehicle has a mohawk. Or, if you're one of those people that call them toaster cars, this is like a toaster car. It's got the top of the bread coming up. Not much more to say, guys. He's a good Transformer. He's definitely proving to us that the Legacy line is going in the right direction. Kickback and Hot Rod are very upsetting in the Legacy line so far with how good everything else is going. And I'm hoping that Wave 2 can show us, what else out there is, what else there is. The only one from Wave 1 I'm missing now is Legacy RC. And as soon as I get a hold of that one, I'll bring it to you. But until then, we'll just finish out the weaponizer line next time we see Transformers, or you hear about Transformers here on Blind Prime. Until next Prime, bye for now.